Hello friends, in today's video we'll talk about flash fill. Now Excel flash fill was introduced in Excel 2013 version. It is a special tool that analyzes the information or a specific pattern and automatically fills the data within our range, but with its own limitation. It works best when our data has some type of consistency. It can easily cope up with dozens of different tasks, uh, which may require either complex formulas or even VBA codes. It can like combine text strings, it can split text strings, cleaning data, correcting inconsistency in the data, formatting text and numbers, converting data to a desired format, and many more features like this. So let's see how flash fill works. So in the working sheet that I have in my file, which you can download it from the link in description, I have created different type of scenarios that we do in our day-to-day work. Row number 2 that we see over here shows me the count of data that I have within my range. So for example, this has almost 700 rows of data. So that's where that count is 700. For my first example over here, in column B and C, I have a month and year. And in column D, I want the data to be in a specific format. Let's say I want it to be Jan 14 in this way. In a normal scenario, since these are unique values, say June 14, December 14, March 14, I'll have to write a formula over here saying maybe a combination of left and right formula in first cell, then come to the bottom and say copy the formula down using Control D and all. But when we are using flash fill, I just wrote this Jan 14 and then I click on flash fill. So automatically, based on the unique values that I have in B and C, this automatically got updated. So it chose the pattern that I had on top in the first cell in row number 6, where I picked the values from B and C and combined it over here in D, and it using the same pattern it automatically copied till the bottom of my table. So using the same parameter that I created in cell D6, it copied it till the bottom of the table, and like the section that I created for my reference, from 0 it changed to 700. So that means it matches with the data that I had in the other two columns. Now let's do something similar over here. We'll combine these two names. So I created two different scenarios over here. One, I just say James, but you can see over here it changed from 0 to 1, and I have 500 values in both column F and G. So I come back to James but and say flash fill. So you can see this got changed to 500 because now I have values up to the last row, and I go to any particular cell. So for example, this Svanda Yori or Adel Lipkin, Jacqueline Rolling. So it all got updated using those two. Now what if in our offices we have seen the format that we have within our Outlook, generally having the last name first, comma, and first name. So let's do that, but comma James. And again, I have put the pattern over here in row number I6 and I say flash fill. So you can see all values till the bottom 500 data that I have got copied in the same format. This was to combine the data. What if I want to split it? So I have same example over here, James, but say James here, come back and say flash fill. So you can see all the first names have appeared or got populated over here, and same way if I want to bring in the last name but and say flash fill, again we can see all the last names have come up over here. So this was to combine, split. Now if I want to change my data into specific format, for example these are just random numbers and I want to put them into specific format, so say 381 749 123 and say flash fill. So all the numbers got split the way I wanted. In a lot of places we have seen we have those regional codes. So for example I say 007 381 749 123. So I've converted this 9-digit number to a 12-digit number and I hit flash fill. So you can see 007 got added to every single number in my list. What if I want to change this name into an email address? So let's do James dot but at abcd.com. So I've changed it into the format that I want as an email address and say flash fill. So you can see it got copied over for all the 500 line items that I have with the data. We have seen how flash fill works. It just eases any type of repetitive work that we are working on. We can just do that within blink of seconds. But flash fill will not get automatically updated if we make any change to our existing data, as it is not a formula, it's a static field. So if we make any change to our original data, it won't reflect in the flash fill result. This is one of the biggest limitation I have seen in case of flash fill. The other limitation that I've seen with flash fill is if my data is not organized or it is not following a similar pattern, it could be formatted differently, or it could not be arranged properly. Flash fill will not work in these cases. You may still end up getting some result, but trust me, you'll have to go back and edit your work, as that result may not be something that you are looking for. So that's where we have to be very particular with the data that we are using for flash fill. I hope by now you must have a better idea of how Excel flash fill works. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos. Bye bye and take care.